Well, hello again. It's another week of the hashtag TFR Motivation
Motivation
Monday
Monday.
Zoom. And again, we are Dr. Dondi and Marcy Nettles, again, your hosts. And we are extremely honored and excited to be that every single week. We come to you with some great information, some great tips and strategies on how to make your LifeVantage business more predictably successful.
Yes, it's all about doing the do,
Do what to
right?
do. That's
Doing the
right.
do. So we have got this amazing YouTube channel. It's Team Freedom Reigns that you can go and you can find all of the recordings of these team trainings. There's opportunity presentations. There's link to other pages for with LifeVantage information. So you can use this QR code on this slide to be able to go directly to the YouTube channel, or just go to YouTube and search Team Freedom Reigns and it will pop up for you. Go subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications when there's new content. All right, so last month we had a promo for free product, and guess what? They're giving us another one for March Madness to help us build our business and increase the, well, first of all, both of the enroll and the retain portions of the ERA incentive that's going on right now. So any new consultant or customer that enrolls with at least $200 or more will receive a free bottle of LifeVantage D3 this month. And then for retaining any existing consultants and customers that place a subscription order of $200 or more during this month will also receive that D3. So make sure that your customers and consultants that are part of your team know, as well as utilize this as a tool to help people make a decision to get started this month with at least $200 in their first order, and they'll receive the D3 for free in the month of March.
Absolutely. And we have the Momentum Live, and the cadence is weekly. The times are 20 minutes. And the first week, month at a glance, the promotion and announcements. The second week, product training. Third week, tech toolbox. And the last week of the month is the Power Hour. And we have the Facebook group every Tuesday at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Momentum Live monthly announcements. We have this week Ashlyn Whitaker from corporate, and you had some kind of a somebody in your family went to
She
school with
actually went to
Ashlyn,
high
right?
school with one of my
Yeah.
nephews. It's interesting because now I know exactly how old she is and how much older I am than her. And today I'm a year older. So yeah. And then Gentry
Okay.
Bean
Yeah.
will also be on there. And again, here's a QR code that will take you directly to the Facebook group where these lives are, first of all, hosted live, and then they will be maintained on there as recordings, as well as going to the hub. So hub.lifevantage.com to be able to watch the recordings there as well. So keep going. This is the QR code that takes you to the Activated Life YouTube channel, where you can find probably 50, close to
At
50.
least.
Yeah, opportunity presentations that were done over the past 90 days, 120 days, multiple different presenters, multiple different backgrounds. So there will definitely be an opportunity presentation here that you'll be able to share with any of your prospects, be able to connect them to someone that will resonate. And it helps people move through the process faster. So lots of options here using this QR code to go to the YouTube channel.
Then we have Rise Momentum Academy is coming
Next
out, and
week,
guess what?
next
It's
week.
sold out.
Yeah.
So remember what we said before, that delaying just costs you more money, but sometimes if you delay too long, it costs you a
The
seat, and
opportunity.
it costs you an experience, and it may just cost you the very pivotal thing, exactly the pivotal thing that you needed. And we'll leave it up to you and the information we're going to share with you to determine that that's the case. So if you did miss it, please don't let, or first of all, please let that be your last time you miss an event, because
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about events today, their importance, why they're so transformational. But hopefully you guys all got registered, and we will see you in Nashville.
Yes, and if you are registered, let us know in the comments, because we want to make sure that we know who to look out for, who we'll be exchanging bracelets with, who we'll be giving hugs to, all of the fun stuff. Can't wait to see you next week.
Wear my bracelet.
Dang it.
Dang it.
So this is the schedule for Momentum Academy. You can either take a screenshot of this or just go to the website underneath events and find Momentum Academy in Nashville, and it's all listed underneath there as well. You don't want to miss any of this. And if you're a healthcare provider, use this QR code to get registered for the healthcare providers special meeting that is on Saturday between 8 and 9 a.m. obviously at the Gaylord Opryland Resort. So exciting. Go ahead.
Side note on this, we were just on the scientific advisory board meeting last week, and we have over 150 healthcare providers already registered for this.
Yay!
So if you have healthcare providers on your team, if you are a healthcare provider, please register, go to this event. We're going to be dropping some great information.
All right, looks like we're already going to be getting hugs from Mary Ellen and Darlene. We know they're coming for sure, so we can't wait to see everybody else that'll be there as well. Okay, so this is tonight's topic for our call. We're continuing with the Business Building Basics series that we've been doing since the first of the year. We're talking about the advanced portion of the ERA incentive, right? The Enroll, Retain, Advance is what the ERA stands for. And the part that we're going to be discussing tonight is the culture and the importance of attending events when you're building your LifeVantage business. Because I got to tell you, if you don't have these things that we're going to be talking about, it makes you feel alone, disconnected, and it makes it very difficult to be able to build a successful business. So that's one of the main reasons why we say it's so important for you to be at events. Anything you want to add on here before we go in?
Nope, I want to wait for the appropriate slide.
All right, here we go.
I've got stuff to share for sure.
All right, so the importance of attending events. So when we're talking about events right now, we're talking about live ones. There can be virtual ones as well that are very important, but if the event is offered live, we highly, we can't stress this enough. You really need to try everything within your power to be in person at live events, because there are so many different things that you get when you're there live with everyone else that you just can't get in a virtual setting, right? Like hugs, that connection, right? And feeling like you're part of something bigger than yourself. As a matter of fact, as we're going through this call tonight, we would love it if you have a favorite memory from an event, something that made a difference in your business or in your thoughts about building your business. We'd love for you to share that in the comments section. And if you're watching this as a replay, we would still like you to also, whether it's on the Facebook page or on the YouTube channel, put in your favorite LifeVantage event that you've attended and what it meant to you, because it really is sometimes life or death of someone that stays in the company and is successful, or someone that decides that they are going to give up because they didn't make those connections.
Right.
Right? So these are the things that we're going to be really discussing tonight. We're going to be talking about how we can showcase our products in a physical and memorable way at events. Attendees can engage with our products directly, leaving a lasting impression. Belief is built at events. The size of the company and dream grow dramatically in the eyes of consultants when they are in these buildings at these events. Team chemistry is enhanced. Team culture is formed. Plus, it can be anything from a small home event to a large corporate event as we go through talking about these.
So I want to share my experience of my very first event. And keep in mind, LifeVantage is the first company that I ever became sold out to. I had bought products in other network marketing companies before, but none of the companies ever had a compelling enough message or amazing enough products for me to jump in as a distributor or consultant. So LifeVantage was it. So my first LifeVantage event was LifeVantage's first event. We called Elite Academies back then. Mm-hmm. And I'll never forget this. It was the most uncomfortable night of sleep I've ever had, but the most memorable experience I've ever had, because 21 people, 20 other people than I, shared one hotel room with 2 queen-size beds. So 3 people per bed. There's 6 on the bed. Every inch of floor was covered by people. We had the hotel bring us extra pillows. We even had a guy sleeping in the bathtub and a guy sleeping in the closet on the floor. Now, that was called sacrifice, but if imagine the cost of a hotel room split 21 ways, it was really affordable. But you find out that you can't sleep when not 1, not 2, but like 8 or 9 people are all snoring and having a competition on snoring. So it wasn't, like I said, it was the most restless night's sleep I ever had, but I will never forget that moment. And I will never forget the 20 other souls other than myself that sacrificed so much to be there, because we were told by the master distributor of our company at the time that the only excuse for missing an event is a death in the family, yours. And I thought, wow, that's kind of harsh. I'd never heard anything like that before, but when I went, I understood. And in the store where you can buy shirts and all that, we had one product at the time, Protandem NRF2, but we got to see the actual Elliott Crescent medal. that Dr. McCord won. We got to see and smell and touch the ingredients, the 5 botanical ingredients that goes into NRF2, our Protandim NRF2. And there was probably only 300 people there. That's how small our company was at the time. But as it's grown and the store gets bigger and we can taste products, we can look at the packaging, we can feel the bottles of stuff we've never tried before, how big this is, belief on a grand scale. You get to meet the people at corporate. You get to meet, and it actually becomes something other than a phone call and other than an opportunity meeting in someone's living room or on Zoom that got you into the company. You see, this is a legit company with legit people and amazingness. So I'll never forget my very first experience, that first event. And guess what? I have never missed an event since. And that's been in May, it will be 15 years. And we have lanyards. We've got like, I don't know,
We have
70 to 80 each because you
we've
get a
never missed
lanyard
an
at every
event,
event.
and we've been,
And-
you know, in the company for a while.
Yeah, we had a curtain rod right behind
Yeah.
us on this wall. We've displayed all of our lanyards until we couldn't. We went as wide as our room is here, and they're only what, 3/4 of an inch wide, and we covered the entire span. So
And it became cat toys.
Yeah.
Let's just say that the cats
Yeah,
were
so
batting them
cats
all over
played
the
around with
place.
them.
So
But it's incredible.
Mary Ellen says that Salt Lake a couple years ago was her first large event. That was a really impactful one for her. And then Emmy on Facebook said that Destination Elite in Cancun was so heartwarming and memorable. I agree. That was so amazing. I'll tell you, one of my favorite events
Well, since we're on the topic of
was the one that you held my hand at in
in
Orlando 2012, the first time when God put our hands together. So you never know what's going to happen at these events, guys. So
you
you've got to
talked
be.
about Emmy. One of my most memorable experiences in all of our events was Emmy doing Dancing Queen
Yes.
on the talent night, and she challenged me to come up there, and I chickened out. So
Yes.
I'm not as brave as Emmy. She was
Yep.
amazing, by the way.
Team Bacon has done some really
Yes.
great ones too. So, yep, absolutely love that for sure. So, let's talk about what is an actual event, right? Because sometimes when we start talking about events, you only think about the really big ones when there's thousands of people in the room, but no. Events are every time that we have the opportunity to come together, whether it is on virtual, like this right now, or in those big rooms. And so events can be those small home meetings when you invite friends into your home to learn about this amazing opportunity. And you have someone that's part of your support team there to help you do a presentation, answer questions, and let your prospects have a product experience, right? So small home meetings is an event, right? And those are, I mean, this is really where your business is built, is in those small home meetings. Social media, you are absolutely able to build a business utilizing social media, but building the relationship in the room really kind of solidifies that relationship and the ability to get to know someone and their goals, to be able to help them accomplish those goals, and then you'll retain them for longer, right? That's what helps you advance. And then team trainings, like our calls on Monday nights, right? Or local trainings when there is, remember when we used to do premier schools or super Saturdays, that kind of stuff? Don D and I were just talking about how we want to start back up doing super Saturdays here in our local area. So guess what? You can start your own small training events in your area, gather people together and start learning together, whether it's going through your website and all the information that's available on the product information pages, or whether you go and you find a training on YouTube that you watch together and then talk about it, right? Create your own local trainings. Do you want to talk about the corporate trainings, or do you want me to keep going?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, so corporate trainings, they give us so much, guys. There is a plethora, but it's not to choose from, it's to attend. I like to use the example of a smorgasbord, okay? When you're building a LifeVantage business, it is not a smorgasbord, because when you go to a smorgasbord, you pick and you choose which things you're going to dine on, right? But when you were talking about LifeVantage, you want to make sure that you are plugging into all of the important events so that you can be building your belief, building your business all at the same time and bringing other people with you. So those Momentum Lives, you may not be able to watch them live on Tuesdays, but because you are able to catch the recording on the Hub or even on the LifeVantage YouTube channel or in Facebook, you can go back and re-watch the live. You need to take advantage of all of the opportunities to be trained. And then the 90-day opportunity runs where they've been doing 90 days of opportunity presentations in different regions. Right now, they've got Ohio going on, Iowa going on, and some others. Don D and I will actually be in Ohio with the Amish teams the week of, oh gosh,
Week
we'll be there the
after.
20th and the 21st of March. So it's a week after Nashville. Check Big Blue Calendar. Any meeting that's on there, you can invite people to and send them. So if you know anybody in those areas, we would love to be able to help you with them at those events. And then the local and the regional opportunity presentation. So maybe a larger hotel meeting. Make sure that you're inviting to every event that is near to you and that you can attend. Okay. The more events you attend with guests, the faster your business will grow. And then the large corporate events, of course, Momentum Academy and then Global Convention in 2025. You want to make sure that you plan ahead, you get the dates and you block them out on your calendar and commit to it. And then you get busy building your business because every time you bring in a new customer, every time you bring in a new consultant, the money that you make should initially go right back into your business so that it helps you attend these events so that you can get what you need from the events, and building the culture and the belief is the number one thing.
Absolutely. Belief is huge.
Yeah. I'm going to let you run with this one.
All right. I was looking forward to talking about culture because it's incredible what culture is it's the unseen threads, but they're golden threads that knit everybody together. It's where people's hearts come together, people's spirits come together, people's desires and loves for what they do, people's compassion come together, and that is absolutely priceless. And until you experience it, it's very difficult to define, but once you experience it, it is most often you have products that bring people to companies. You have companies that bring people to companies, their name, their reputation, how long they've been in the business, or the leaders can sometimes bring you into a company because you want to follow under their lead. They've got a name, they've got name recognition in the industry. And all of those things are wonderful. But sometimes the greatest thing that keeps people in a company is the culture. And I didn't know this. And one time it was one of the greatest lessons I ever learned about network marketing, because again, this is my first rodeo, is I thought it was all about getting in and rank advancing and making money because it was a business. That's what my choice was. I traded in a former career in chiropractic for a career in network marketing so I could work from home and be rather than being an absentee dad as a doctor, a present dad from home. And it was wonderful. But there was this family that attended every single event and they were staying in lower ranks. And I asked them one time, like a couple of years into it, doesn't this frustrate you? And they said, what are you talking about? I was like, the fact that you're not really rank advancing. And I was like, that's not why we joined this company. We joined, and I'm recalling the memory that we joined this company because it's the only positive thing we have in our life, or the most positive thing we have in our life. We love the culture. We love the people. We love the support. We love the excitement we get when we come to these events. Money is just secondary.
Yeah.
The benefits of the products. And it was a huge learning curve for me, or a big lesson for me, that I thought it was about making money and rank advancing and supporting your family, which all of that is important, but it's the culture. And that's one of the things that there's no Zoom culture will never take the place of live culture.
No.
And it's interesting. We were talking about, like Marcy said, we were talking about doing Super Saturdays again. And there is a huge part of my heart that misses being on the road. and staying in people's homes. Because when we would do, we and I remember traveling to New England multiple times, and we have Teresa who's watching with us, going out to Nebraska and Omaha, and watching her as a leader, being around the people that she has an influence over in that steakhouse that we met at for a meeting one night. Those are memories I will
Going
take
to the
my grave.
RGV.
Yeah,
Yep.
in the Rio Grande Valley, and up in Salt Lake and out in Colorado with Jason and Rachel. I mean, these are memories that you cannot replace, that kind of a connection when you meet somebody who's a team member, but then you meet their parents, and then you meet their kids, and then you meet their friends, and you meet the people that they hang around with. That is priceless, my friends. And they always gave us an opportunity to stay in a hotel or to stay with somebody on our team. We always chose to stay with people on our team because we can stay. There's no curfew. We stay up as late as we want, training and
And
loving on
getting
each
to know
other,
each
getting to
other.
know each other. And there's nothing like being on a 7-day road trip and realizing you left your underwear at home. You didn't
He's
pack
done this.
underwear. I've
He's
done
done
this
this.
2 times that I can remember. One time I went out to a Walmart and bought underwear when we were in Canada. That was for part of Team Bacon, as you were saying, and just loving that team up there and Binky. That trip I forgot to pack underwear, so I had to go to Walmart in
All these
Toronto and
things
buy
you guys
underwear.
didn't know.
But in my New England trip, I didn't. So guess what? I washed the same pair of underwear every single night and left it in the bathroom to dry out overnight. And I admitted that a couple years later to the people that I stayed in your bed and I was going commando. That's a little too much information. But you cannot replace that kind of
We are
culture
family here, right?
on Zoom. You'll
No.
never develop that kind of culture on Zoom. And I love Zoom. Zoom gave us the ability to stay connected as a people when the world went crazy, but we're no longer there. And I'm so looking forward to reestablishing live culture because it's something that is priceless and it makes people feel important, and you celebrate everything.
Yes.
And I'll never forget Chris Mailhoit on Team New England, his dog Maggie, who's recently passed away. But I love dogs, I love animals, and being in a meeting and have Maggie come up and sit by me, and Chris go, "Wow, Maggie doesn't really take to people like that." Those are things that make my heart smile, that I wish we can get back to. So we're all here to help each other. This is now LifeVantage culture. I don't know any other team cultures, but I hear about them, and what I don't hear is positive feedback from leaders that we have. We have top leaders that were friends of ours in other companies, and we never hear them talk about their team culture. We have them talk about their business or their company or their products, but we never hear them talk about team culture. And I think it's probably because it's not there. But one thing I know about LifeVantage, everyone helps everyone, because not only do we get compensated for it, it's just our culture.
Yeah.
Everybody does that. And we are family here at LifeVantage. We've been to graduations. We've planned honeymoons with the kids of some of our distributors and where they're going to go on their honeymoon and what college they're going to go to. I remember this kid had a soccer scholarship. We helped him pick out what college he was going to go to. Those are the things that I will never, ever forget, and they're most cherished memories of the people that we get to work with as members of this LifeVantage culture. So,
well, and one thing on the LifeVantage culture as well is that it's very different than other companies because we do all work together. Other companies are pitted against each other, team against team, right? There's a competition there that is not a healthy competition, and they actually exclude each other. Here at LifeVantage, we welcome everybody into all of those events, right? We invite other teams to join us on our team calls or any presentations we're doing, all of that kind of stuff, and they do the same. This creates more opportunity for us to be able to invite people to, and just a broader culture outside of our initial group, right? So it's so good. And then this next one there is, I would say this is like, if you can just take this one thing from this call, that we don't succeed until and unless you succeed. And if you can start your business and cultivate that mindset throughout your business growth and everything, you will be more successful quicker than if you think that you've just got to go out and build and be successful on your own, because it really does take the team for you to accomplish. And so even when you're just brand new getting started, have the mindset that I'm going to help everybody accomplish their goals, and you will grow into that executive leader faster than if you're only focused on yourself.
Yeah. And one of the things that I love about this is that sometimes some of the things that we do here at LifeVantage, maybe people don't understand, especially the ITT, or when we went over last week, goals, your 30-day health goals, your 30-day business goals. We don't give you that. That form was not created just so you can go through a task and we can see if you actually can follow orders. It's because we want to know what your 30-day health goals are. We want to know what your 30-day business goals are, because if they're anywhere near ours, we now have a kindred spirit. We are locked about this. And so when you will, as you excel and as you advance in rank in this company, your team will get larger and larger and larger. And you will now you will get to a point where you have to choose. If you've got a couple people asking for your time at the exact same time, sometimes you have to choose which one. And the people that you align with the most, the people that your heart is interwoven with the most, the people that you know the most about, the people you know their kids' names and their pets' names and the kind of music they listen to, what
When
their
you're
favorite
connected
foods
to
are.
their why.
It's like you can now make that decision, because then it goes right along with this. We don't succeed until and unless you succeed. That is the culture. That is the way that's the way network marketing works, but it's the way we've honed it here. And it's the most amazing thing that we love about this company is the people, because network marketing is a people business. And people can look at it and go, well, it's a curse that I have to work with people. You may look at it that way, but the blessing is you get to work with people.
Yes.
And you get to change people's lives. Because think about this. When was the last time someone came to you and say, what are your dreams? What do you want to do when you grow up? Or what do you want to, if you could do anything in business, what would it be? When's the last time somebody asked you what it was? When you defined it, then they committed to, well, I'm glad you let me know that, because now I will be all in for you to achieve that. That's the culture. That's where this is built. That's why we have those questionnaires. That's why we have this process. It's why we love our people. And the more we know about them and we can relate to them, the greater we can serve them. Because yes, we want to succeed, but we want you to succeed so that we succeed.
Yes. 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 And we want to know. We want to know all about you and what you want. So I love what LifeVantage it's all about. We're very simple. We aren't difficult at all. We take it, we feel it, and then we share it, right? We want to share this information, and events help us do that. And the more fun you can have, the more people will be drawn to you. So you want to make sure that you're having fun as you are doing anything as part of your business, because who wants another job? Jobs aren't fun most of the time. So let's make this as fun as possible and show people how we can make a difference and leave a legacy. And by doing all of this, we're automatically increasing our income. So just keep those things in mind. And Darlene said that each event motivates her to see the potential.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And yes. And that really is key to the reason why events are so important. But also at these events, you can showcase the products at the home meetings, at the big hotel meetings, at the recorded or the virtual events. Prospects can learn about our unique activation products. That's why we're not on store shelves, is because people need to learn the difference of our products compared to what they can get anywhere else, right? What we have is unique. They can't get it anywhere else. At the in-home meetings or at hotel meetings, they can sample Axio, collagen, this skincare, and have an experience that really helps them to decide to purchase. A funny story about the skincare, and one thing that I highly suggest is that when you're doing your sip and glows and you want to sample skincare, especially with the upgraded products that are coming that we can't wait to be able to tell you all about. Canada already has it, and a couple other markets, but guys, this is huge in the upgraded. But people are sensitive to different things, right? And so instead of testing it on someone's actual face, I highly recommend that you test it on one hand, not on the other, and then they're able to look back and forth at the two different hands. They can feel the difference between the hands. They can see what the difference look is, the hydration, the glow, all of that kind of stuff. So I would say don't put it on the face, because one time
I remember that.
I did a skincare party and we utilized it, and there was a woman there that just is hypersensitive, and she broke out with some blotchy red skin. And so that made everybody a little bit reluctant. There were still people that became customers because they loved it. But when you do that, just make sure that you use it on a part of the body, like the hands, where they can actually see it as well. So I think it's actually a better testing ground anyway, because then they can actually see it and not have to be rubbing their face to feel how soft it is, because they will love it for sure. And then having that product experience, as I already mentioned, will really help them make the decision to become your customer or potentially become a consultant with you. And then consultants also learn about the why and how behind our products at these in-home presentations, as well as in-home trainings or the virtual or the in-person Super Saturdays, right? So they can learn about the science deep dives by the doctors. And by the way, in Nashville, there's going to be deep dive sessions on our products. It's another reason you don't want to miss it.
From stage.
Yes, from stage, right? And then there's breakout sessions too throughout this event. So it's going to be such an exciting time to be able to learn more about our products. But one of my favorite things about events that goes along with our products is that you'll get to sample the new products first and have the opportunity to buy them first. So I love being first. I hate FOMO. I don't like that fear of missing out thing. So that's another reason why attending events is so important. When we have a new product launch, if you're there in person, you get to try it, like the different Axio flavors that we do for limited time onlys or for new products or upgraded products. You get to test them and then be able to purchase them first.
Yeah. Can I share a story of yours that just
sh-
happened recently? The salsa one.
Sure.
Okay. So Marcy met this gal, a
Yeah,
prospect,
now I know what you're.
and was doing a full presentation and had the intent. And this is something, keep in mind when you're going over our products, show people either on your phone through the app or on your phone or your laptop, your website, what it looks like, so people can see how amazing it is. Show them the ingredient, show them the label so they know what's in it. Because Marcy had an experience. It was about a couple months
It
ago.
was
She
hilarious.
went out on basically a lunch date with this new prospect, and Marcy was getting ready to get into the presentation, and she gave her a sample of the collagen, and she drank the sample of the collagen as Marcy's opening up her computer to show her the ingredients,
And
and
she's
she
like, oh my
said,
gosh, this is really
she goes,
good.
"It's really good." Marcy goes, "It's, you can't even taste the fish, right?" And she goes, "Wait, there's fish in this?" And and then so this is the funny thing. The lady wasn't in her normal car.
No,
She was in a rental
rental.
car, so she didn't have the EpiPen in the glove box. This lady's deathly allergic to
I
fish.
can only laugh about it because she's fine. She didn't die. I didn't kill somebody that day. So
So
it's good.
she runs out of the restaurant, gets in the rental car, drives home to get the EpiPen, and then we're like, so she calls me and tells me, "Oh my God, I hope I don't kill this lady." So she sends her a text. "I didn't die. I got home okay." But it's one of the things that you need to let people know. So what triggered that is the skin thing. And the lady was sensitive to some of the
Yeah.
ingredients. If she would have known in advance, it wouldn't have happened. So this is part of being controlling your business, is let people know what the ingredients are, perhaps maybe and ideally before they sample the product. She didn't die. They've got a great
No,
relationship.
yeah.
She's got people that she sent customers. She can't take our
Yeah.
collagen, but she's on other products. And it was just so amazing.
Oh my, it was hilarious, but not, right? Another thing that Darlene just mentioned that I'm so glad you mentioned, Darlene, because I didn't even think about the swag that you
Yeah.
get at events, right? So they always have a LifeVantage store at our big corporate events. And in those stores, you can purchase swag, whether it is, shaker bottles that say LifeVantage
Or
or
hats.
hoodies or hats or towels, workout towels. There's all kinds of different things. There's shirts, there's jackets. I mean, I could go on and on and on because there's so much stuff in the stores, but you can only get that stuff at the events, right?
Right.
And it's so cool to be able to have that for yourself because it's actually a tax deduction if you're wearing it yourself because you're advertising your business. And if you give it
Pro tip.
away as gifts or as swag for drawings and stuff at these trainings and events that you're going to be having in your home, it's also a tax deduction. So remember, you have a home-based business with major tax deductions. Make sure you talk to your accountant about what all of the different options are there for you. And then, of course, belief is built at events. This is
So true.
one of the biggest things, because if you don't have belief, if you have doubts, you're not going to build, right? And so attending events, you are going to have belief built in this actual profession of network marketing. You may have had experiences prior, or people in your family may have had experiences prior that you've heard stories about that were not good experiences. And yet when you go and you hear about the history of network marketing, you hear about the framework of network marketing, about it's helping others first before you get in return. It is the most pure form of a way to make an income that I know, helping others first. And so just being able to hear those stories, hearing the history of network marketing, it's going to help you build belief in network marketing.
Mhm.
Um,
I want to add
yes,
something to that.
please.
Sometimes belief internally, and when we're all talking about the same message, we can have a certain level of belief, but sometimes somebody from the outside who's not part of our company, or somebody who's an industry leader, like Eric Worre, as an example, when he did an elite training for our annual elite retreat, he came and he trained us for 2 days. He said, "You guys are idiots." And it's like, not when you should compliment people, right? You shouldn't really criticize them. And he goes, here's why I say this. You have the only product in network marketing history
Yeah.
that has ever been proven to extend people's lives. When was the last time you told people about that? He goes, I will never, ever, ever stop taking this product.
Yep.
You guys do not utilize the information you have. He goes, this helps people live longer.
Yeah. He
And
said
you're
the
not
only
even taking advantage of that reality. No other company in network marketing history has ever been and ever will likely be able to have that story. You need to share that.
Yeah, he said the only problem you guys have is that you're too quiet. You're not
Yeah.
loud enough about sharing it. So
Okay.
absolutely.
Wow.
So at Event, you'll also build belief in this company, this publicly traded company that we get to partner with, as well as the leadership of the company. You'll learn more about the products, as we always talked about, and build your belief and knowledge around the science and the ingredients and how they work. Not to mention your field leadership, the people that you'll hear from stage, and your team leadership being able to be at these events together just knits you together in a different
Yes.
form. And then the most important thing, I think, is building belief in yourself, because as you're watching these people that are doing the presentations and you're hearing the stories from stage and connecting with other people in between the blocks and getting to know people and hearing their stories, you'll know that, oh my gosh, there are some people up on that stage that if they can do it, you can absolutely do it too. And so you'll build belief and gain more confidence, and so that you'll go out and do more after you've attended these events. Basically, events and the experiences that you have there really solidify the decision that was made to become part of LifeVantage and to start your own business. So belief is built
Yeah.
at events.
So true.
Oh, and that's
Next
it.
week.
And that's it for the belief. And so this is next week's call. The business building basics series, continuing with the advanced portion, is take the will of your business, what it takes. Okay, so we're going to be diving deep into that. So we love you guys. We appreciate you. I'm gonna so hey Rick, good to see you. Hi Mary Ellen, Darlene, Cami, Jerry, and Joe that are on here with us live, and then everybody
We
that's
got
on
Emmy,
with us
Teresa,
on
Dr. Pat,
Facebook. We appreciate you guys for being here with us. But now
Rachel.
we're gonna hop off because we're going to go to an adventure. We're going to a new theater in the area that has, the dine-in experience, but they
It's a
have,
mystery
it's a
movie.
mystery movie. It's like you just choose to go to it, and it's like it's a movie that hasn't been released yet. And so we have no idea what we're going to see, but I'm sure that it will be fun, and hopefully it's an appropriate movie because
Right?
yeah, there's always that risk. But guys, we love you so much. We appreciate you, and we look forward to seeing you at an event very soon. All right, guys, we love you, and
See you
thank you
next
so
week.
much for all the birthday wishes. I appreciate you. Love you
Bye,
all.
guys. God bless.
Bye.